If Kaido's title was valid or something.
What? I didn't hear what you just said.
We can do like if Kaido's title was valid, like his the world's strongest creature.
Hold on. All right, nah. All right.
The one debate is Kaido's title, the world's strongest creature, is valid.
Yeah, I mean, like if Kaido is the world's strongest creature, we can debate that or something.
Kaido is what from the future? I'm just not like you guys are speaking.
Is Kaido the world's strongest creature?
I thought you guys were saying something completely different. Okay. If Kaido is the world's strongest creature, no, why would I debate that? I agree with that, but okay, we could do Kaido versus Shanks. You said you have Kaido, right?
I mean, wait, if you agree with, okay, sure, we can do. All right. What?
You agree with Kaido versus? I mean, what's it called? Yeah, you agree to Kaido versus Shanks?
Sure.
Okay, you take Kaido. I disagree. We could do that. All right, but why do you think Kaido wins?
Like just based off his title, or like based off like it's just based off like the world's strongest creature.
Based off the what?
World's strongest creature.
Okay, why does that entail that he's stronger than
Stronger than Shanks?
Yeah.
I'll just grab. Do you want to like agree to it? Do you want to agree to like a dictionary?
Do I want to agree to a dictionary?
Yeah.
No, I'll just see if like the definition makes sense, then we could agree to it.
Give me a second. Let me grab the panel real quick.
No.
I do.
Is there like a judge?
Yeah, you and Himura could be the judge and Sword can too.
Hell no, I suck at judging, bro.
Just judge, bro. Just be. I don't care.
I have the whole VC judge, bro.
Alright, the whole VC.
Yeah. Oh, we can do both, yeah.
Bro, alright, Sword doesn't want to judge, so it's just. Oh my god. Alright, King Face, it's just you.
I guess, bro. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Like Shanks and the creature. Just get that. It's like the definition of creature.
Okay, so the statement, the definition of creature. Anything living or existing. I think that's a definite fallacy.
Pardon?
I think that's a definite fallacy.
What's that?
Okay, so a definite fallacy is when you subject the one part of the definition, as in like take one chunk to benefit your argument, more so focusing on the context. That's like an anecdotal. All right. Do you know what an anecdotal is? Okay, yeah. So basically, that has context to it. It doesn't say anything living or existing in like a general sense. It's just referring to something.
Nah, the scan does like imply living or existing. Like no, I mean the scan does imply like out of every living thing. Like the scan verbatim states like out of every living thing in the world. That's why I picked this like.
It just said he's the strongest creature alive. Like doesn't know how the land, sea, and air out of everything.
Every living thing, yeah.
So
that's what creatures should imply.
No, it shouldn't.
Why not? Like, give you a reason against that.
Okay, well, I mean, that's not a continuation of the first like claim like they made for him being the strongest creature. I think that's completely external. They're just referring. That's like hyperbole essentially. That's just a baseless claim. I think that's just used to exaggerate his character.
Why would it be exaggeration? You know, like why would it be an exaggeration? Give the reason for that.
When was this? When was this chapter?
Like, I'll find the chapter real quick.
720. No, okay, yeah, he already sent it.
795.
Okay, and this was in Wano, right?
Nah, this was in like Dressrosa.
This is when Kaido was first introduced. Was it?
Uh-huh.
Wait, you said what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, in higher likelihood, he would be like, it would just like make sense for him to be exaggerated, as we know that's very
Why would it
familiar.
make? I mean, look.
Well, no, I'm explaining right now.
All right, good.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like very like it would be in higher likelihood because like we know it's very familiar in fictional settings for like especially somebody like a young let's like just for example, let's say like one of the Akatsuki members from Naruto, if you're familiar with Naruto, right, is being introduced. Obviously they're gonna use a bunch of hyperboles to just like build up the narrative and the story. So I think it's pretty consistent in higher likelihood that it would just be a blatant exaggeration. It wouldn't be like actually claiming and deeming him to be above every single living creature. Nor does it support the definition for creature. The definition contradicts the One Piece definition. Oh no, actually, well, I mean they're distinct. Wait, hold on. What's that?
Like I'll contend your first point. It's like so, like I'm pretty sure like it's already
Hey,
established
Shanks
within the
hard. Be
series.
judged.
It's like already established within the series that characters like Kaido like are among the like strongest characters in the verse. So like why would it be a high likelihood that he's the single strongest character in the verse? This could just be a confirmation for that.
Okay, see, right? He could be amongst the strongest in the verse, but that doesn't mean he's the exact pinnacle. You know that, right? So like there could be characters stronger. Yeah, okay, so then that statement would just hold no value.
I'm saying that if like one of the strongest characters in the verse or like said to be the like if one of the strongest characters in the verse are like confirmed to be the strongest through this statement, like why would he be hyperbolic? I don't get your argument.
Because it's baseless and it's through the introductory of his character. That's what I said already. You haven't
you haven't even proven that like characters in fictional settings.
Okay, King Case, have I proved that? Yeah, I have proved that. I literally gave
you made the claim. You made the claim. You haven't. Yeah, I mean,
So
you made the claim.
he brought up an example on how like Naruto, how introductory characters get hyped up.
Yeah, he hasn't proven that example.
No, I don't. I'm not supposed to prove anything. Do you know what a possibility is?
Okay, so like, I'm not sure.
I'm asserting a possibility with higher likelihood. I'm not claiming anything. There's nothing to prove.
I mean, you haven't even proven it has higher likelihood.
I have though. And can Case just vouch? Teamwork can vouch. Thor can vouch. I have.
Through what? Through
the Naruto analogy and through introductory of new characters and is familiar. And
I mean, you're making the analogy, but then you haven't even proven the analogy. It doesn't make any sense. I
haven't proven the analogy.
Okay, so
I gave this.
The analogy is a claim within itself.
You know what?
The analogy is
No, the analogy isn't a claim. It's a support to the possibility. Nothing I make here is a claim.
Support to the possibility can still be a claim.
The support to the possibility can't be a claim, or else it's not going to be a support to the possibility. You know what that? You know what a possibility is?
Nah, I'm not sure what possibility is.
What'd you say?
Nah, I'm not sure. I'm not certain.
Okay, a possibility is just asserting something to be likelihood, and then I'm arguing for it being in higher likelihood. It's not making a claim. It's asserting something like it's basically like a hypothetical. Well, I mean, at least in my eyes. So like, we could get the exact definitions as you want.
Why should it be taken to be true? Why should it be taken to be true?
Why should it be taken as true?
Yeah.
We assume it to be true unless proven otherwise. I already gave a consensus. You want to go into conclusions? You're going repetitive.
Why want to go into conclusions?
Are you just going to ask why for everything?
No. Okay. So this is just a very awkward stage in the debate. So do you want to just progress and go into conclusions, or are you going to actually? You've given an analogy without any justification for it.
I did give justification for it. Oh my god. Yeah. You want me to okay, Akainu, you could think I didn't give justification, that's fine, but if you want me to always repeat it, I'm like, I can repeat it. You don't have to just stay there and be ignorant like Sakazuki.
Why can't you repeat it? What's going on?
I never said I can't repeat it. I'm saying if you want to ask. If you want me to repeat it, I can repeat it. You don't have to be ignorant and just sit here and say that I never made justification. When we have vouchers that I made justification in support to the possibility. So
do we even have vouchers that do we actually have vouchers that you have given justification for it?
Yeah, we have vouchers. We have King K, Sor, and we have Humor.
They haven't even vouched.
So basically, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, he said like it's in higher likelihood that it's just like referring to the introduction of his character, and to justify that, he brought up like how in majority of manga and series and fiction, when a character is introduced as hyperbolic. I'm pretty sure
That's
that's
a claim.
justification.
That's a claim within itself, then, is it not?
Whether every character in there is hyperbolic that you have to prove, is that a claim?
I mean, his claim is that in the majority of fiction, characters when they're introduced, you know, are given like
no, that's a
hyperbolic.
straw man. I never said a majority of fiction.
Okay, that's what he said. I'm just contending his version of the argument. So could you repeat the argument instead of him?
You're asking me?
So could you could you repeat the argument then?
Yep. I just said that it'd be in higher likelihood for it to be over exaggerated. As we know, in a fictional setting, it's very familiar for a character, especially in his introductory phase, to be exaggerated. And like it could be flooded with hyperbolic statements at that momentary instance, right? It's just all the built up in the narrative. That's all it is. It's not, and then after that, I like we established the definition. The definition would be distinct to what the One Piece definition is defining it to be. So yeah, you could go ahead and like say what you want.
You talking about like the definition of creature?
Yeah.
I'm contending the point you made first, and then we can go into that point like afterwards. But
okay.
Okay. Can't lie. Can't forget what you said. Let me think. Okay. So you said like in fiction?
What?
You said like in fiction?
Yeah.
Like why would this include One Piece?
Why would this refer to One Piece?
Yeah, like why would this include One Piece? Like just because things happen in fiction doesn't necessarily have to mean it happens in One Piece.
That's why I'm not claiming for it to be exactly referred to One Piece, right? I'm saying it's in higher likelihood because why would it be higher likelihood? Hold on, wait. I'm explaining. If I'm explaining, why just don't cut me off. Okay, that's right. If it's very familiar in fiction, right? We know that this thing has been seen a lot, so that just asserts higher likelihood in this, like more likely being the case than the contrary, right? Because it would more so apply to One Piece than not. That's the easiest way I could explain it because of the consistency. I'm not saying it's applying to One Piece. I'm just saying it's in higher likelihood. That's all I'm saying.
Then if I give like examples throughout One Piece in character introductions without like any hyperbolic implications, you know? So like that higher likelihood would be contradicted by the introductions of One Piece.
It wouldn't be contradicted. I mean, you could go ahead and do that. It's going to be a waste of time. Like, that's not how possibilities work. You're going to waste your time trying to outweigh my possibilities' value.
Explain like how possibilities work to me.
What?
You said like that's not how possibilities work. Could you inform me on like how possibilities do work?
Yeah, possibilities is something that could be the case. That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, and if I give information,
and then if you give consistency to support that possibility being a higher likelihood, then let's say you do the same thing, they would both be a higher likelihood. It doesn't contradict mine being a higher likelihood. You know that, right? It doesn't like reduce my possibilities value whatsoever. You know that, right?
It would.
No, it would not.
Like if I give examples of One Piece not using hyperbole in their introductions, it just mean that like Oda's like less likely to use hyperbole.
No, it would just mean that they're both at equal value. You know that, right? We could just hold equal interpretation from
okay, so if they're being equally interpreted, then the assertion of it being hyperbole can be dismissed.
Okay, wait. So you want to agree to an equal interpretation?
Equal interpretation of it being hyperbole, sure. Like
okay,
it being like wait.
You just conceded. No, you conceded.
I'm checking on my words, bro. This nigga's a goon, bro.
You conceded. He lost.
Now we can dismiss that using.
No, why would we dismiss that? You just conceded.
That's not a concession.
No, do you want me to explain why it's a concession?
Go ahead, explain why that's a concession.
Yeah, okay. So basically, the statement you're making basically like the content of the statement solely relies on it being certain, right? And we cannot argue, or I mean, you cannot assert it being certain anymore via the fact that it's an equal interpretation. So the easiest way I could explain it is like, hold on, wait, no, the easiest way I could explain it is, let's say the statement is at 100% value when you're asserting it, and then we equal on it, like we agree on an equal interpretation. That's what we establish. It would just reduce that possible, or no, it would reduce the statement's value to both 50-50 on both ends. So then you can never argue and assert for it to be in a higher likelihood, nor assert it to be a certain.
Exactly. So you can't assert that's hyperbolic. I don't get it.
That's not my point. I was just trying to like take away from the statement's value. Hyperbolic.
So then, okay.
No, hyperboles were just a support. It was just like a. It was literally just like a. I mean, an extension to the argument I was making, I guess.
So what was the argument then? Because if your argument wasn't it being hyperbolic, then we could be on to the point.
My argument, like I just said, is just solely reliant on taking away value from the statement that you're bringing. That's all I was doing.
Okay, then we can dismiss the point of hyperbole because we established equal interpretation.
Wait, are you not understanding? Like, oh my god. How do I explain? Okay, let's say you assert the statement, right? You send the scans and you're saying, oh, this statement automatically entails that Kaido, like the content of the statement entails Kaido to be above every living creature, right? At a certainty or a higher likelihood, so we assume truth value in the statement. And then I'm saying, if we agree and establish a 50-50 chance in it, one being a hyperbole and the contrary for it not being a hyperbole, then that would reduce the fact that it's one, not a certainty, and reduce the fact like that we cannot assert it to be a higher likelihood with truth value. So then literally that just like it takes away value from your statement, and you cannot argue for this being the case or maybe being the case whatsoever. Actually, no, I take that back. You can't argue for it being a higher likelihood. You can't argue for it being maybe the case, but that doesn't help your argument at all. All right, yeah.
What?
Bro, come on, man,
nigga. So like, what's that in reference to?
What's the relevancy you said?
What's that in reference to?
So basically, bro, the title you mentioned is fucking irrelevant because it's 50-50 interpretation. You cannot.
No, the title. I think we're talking about the allowance in there out of every living creature or every living thing.
I can explain it in Fortnite terms if you want. Nah, it's check it out.
Nah, I didn't. Nah, we're good.
Okay, so wait, do you have a problem with that, or do you want to move on?
So that was in reference to like the allowance in there out of every living thing, right?
What do you mean, the Kaido scan?
Not like that specific part of the scan.
Yeah, you can't assert it to be a higher likelihood or a certainty. Like, why are you bringing up the scan again? Unless you're gonna like refute what I said. So you want to move on?
Move on from that part of the scan.
Just move on from you asserting that Kaido is the strongest living creature based off that scan.
Based off that part of the scan.
Okay, so what other, like, why do you think Kaido beat Shanks?
Basically the scan.
Because that scaling just fell apart. Okay, so why do you think Kaido beat Shanks?
Based off the world's strongest creature.
Bro. Oh my god. You want to go into conclusions?
No, look. I don't think you're understanding. So.
Oh wait, never mind. Oh yeah, you're saying. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I got you. All right, him being the strongest creature again. Can you go ahead and refute what's it called? The definition part, because you said you were going to address the definition part of the argument.
Like, can you see the argument? Because.
Do you want me to explain why it's a definite fallacy? Still, you want me to like reiterate that?
No. I think. Go reiterate that.
Okay, so basically...
Oh, wait, I got a question before you start. So we're on the point of like the definition now, and you just got a point, right? So it's 1-0, and you're on the point of definition, right?
Yeah.
What is the debate? What are you guys currently debating right now? Could you establish it?
Whether he's trying to argue for the statement of Kaido being the strongest creature entails, like the content of that entails that he's above Shanks.
Okay, so basically you guys are arguing like rather what this creatures means.
Yep, I guess.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, so basically a definite fallacy is when you subject to one part of the definition instead of focusing on like the totality of the definition. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Like there's like a notification, so I thought they cut me off. But basically, yeah, a definite fallacy is when you subject to one part of the definition, right? in benefit to your argument, more so focusing on the context and why it's an anecdotal to the denotation of the definition, essentially. So basically, that has context, right? That's not referring like to every living creature existing, like anything living or existing, etc, right? It's literally like it's not referring to it in a general sense. It's like an anecdotal. It's just like it has context to it. It's referring to like the denotation. Do you want to grab the denotation real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Creature. The denotation of creature would be an animal as distinct from a human being. Do you know what distinct means?
Like different.
What you said?
Yeah.
Distinct would be something that's like a distinction, essentially. They're distinctions,
Yeah.
like they hold this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're different. Okay. So that
Yeah.
means we can establish that Shanks is a human being, right? Like no rat shit, no weird like debate shit. Like we agree Shanks is like human, right?
Shanks is a human.
Yeah.
I mean, in One Piece, is he? I don't know. I'm not sure, bro.
No, kind of don't do this like dumb shit. Come on, we both establish that Shanks is a human being?
Let me look at my scans real quick.
Oh, no.
Because I have to make sure I have to be genuine.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be genuine, bro. Try this now.
By the way, since there's a couple people in the VC, Sakazuki never beat me. Turtle can vouch Sakazuki's ass, and he just goes around lying, and I don't care to like address what he's saying. But yeah.
Shanks, let me hear that heavy ass accent.
Yeah, Shanks is a human. Yeah, what I meant.
Shanks is a human. Okay, we agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Shanks is a human being, and we establish the definition, or the denotation, which that definition that you subjected to stems off as an anecdotal, right? Then that just essentially means that that statement is distinct from all human beings, and it just refers to anything that's a creature. Shanks is not a creature, so the content of that statement does not entail Kaido to be above Shanks. So that statement is flawed. You want to move on now?
Like, do you think? So are you saying that like creature and human like mutually exclusive?
Well, I'd like to go with my wording. I wouldn't say hold on. What does mutually exclusive mean again? I know what mutually inclusive means. Mutually exclusive is when they're also distinct, but wait, hold on. What does mutually exclusive mean again?
He can't be like a human and he can't be a creature at the same time.
Incompatible outlooks were not. I think it can be applicable, but like I'd say we just more so just use the term distinct and just say that statement, the content of the statement does not entail Kaido to be above Shanks because it's referring to something that's separate or departs from Shanks' existence. So yeah. If mutually exclusive in your eyes means distinct, then sure. But if it means something else and you're just trying to slip in some rat shit, then no, right? Because I low-key forgot what mutually exclusive is. I haven't used mutually exclusive. I haven't used that word in 5 months, probably more.
So do you think that Shanks can't be both a human and a creature then?
Well, I think it's possible, but I don't think Shanks is a creature at all.
I mean, the previous definition I provided and the other one wouldn't necessarily have to contradict each other.
What 2 definitions did you provide? You provided 1 definition.
I know. I said the one that you provided.
Oh, me.
And
oh yeah, no.
And then even then, it's more definitions of creature are referencing.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. So, what are you even trying to say? You're not making sense at all. What are you trying to say, bro?
So he can be both a human and a creature at the same time, right?
I said it was possible, but Shanks is a human being. We know, we have no justification or substance in reasoning that even supports him being a creature whatsoever. So that statement is just completely distinct to Shanks. Unless you prove otherwise, bro.
Let's have Shanks is a creature. Like a, or like a,
Why is Shanks a creature?
okay, let me find this guy.
Don't argue off of definitions. Like I already told you why that's flawed. But you could go ahead and find some non-existent skin that proves he's a creature.
Alright. You agree to like magazines on one?
Do I agree to magazines?
Yeah, magazine scams.
I've never seen a manganese scan in my life.
Magazine, monkey!
What?
Bro, magazine!
Magazine. Yeah, I've never seen a magazine scan. Why the fuck is that weird to pronounce? What the fuck? All right.
What?
Go ahead and send it. I don't just send it.
Alright. It's like also part of Databook Rainbow Pride. I'll just drop it here.
Huh?
It's part of it's also part of like Databook Rainbow Pride. So I'll drop it.
Just send it, bro. Just send it.
Alright. It's like really new. It's part from Red. Can't save it. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's gonna be a video scan. Give me a sec.
You're a troll, bro. What are you sending? Oh my god.
Give me a second.
Fucking troll.
Scan.
All right. Oh yeah, you're not being serious about that, bro.
Yeah, that was the wrong scan. What?
No. Oh my god. I don't even know if I want to like refute this. It's just such a troll. Like in case, like, what should I do?
Why don't you just grant him the point? Would it even matter if he gets it? It's like the previous point.
No, I don't know. This dude's just sending a cap cut fucking video that says Shanks is a creature.
This is like no CapCut. Okay.
All right, no. Akainu, you want to go into conclusions, bro?
What do you mean? It's just like an argument from incredulity, bro.
Argument from what?
Argument. Let me read this. Nah. So yeah, do you agree to this? Like, what? Like, do you just agree to it? Like, do you want me to get like, yeah, bro. So like, can you provide contention to the stand itself, or like we can move on?
Oh my god.
I'll send some more stands. I'll send like more stands. This is gonna be.
Oh, I don't even like. I'm genuinely. I'm curious. I don't know what to do. Should I like refute this or not, bro? Like this is just
gonna be.
blatantly a
Wait,
troll.
I'll send you a manga scan, bro. Give me a minute. Let me find a chapter real quick.
And Himura, we agreed to we established an equal interpretation to the other part of the statement, not the strongest creature. Strongest creature, we just like established the definition of creature, which departs and is distinct from Shanks, but he's apparently trying to argue that Shanks is a creature.
So what? You guys established 2 points already, and that you want those two? Like you want to?
Wait, my bad. Akainu, I want to say something. Did I say that it was possible? Well, I mean, yeah, it is possible for a creature and a human being. No, actually, hold on. Yeah, I retract that statement. What the fuck am I saying? I sound like a retard. No, never mind.
What, bro? What? Are you allowed to retract that statement?
Yeah, what's wrong with the backtrack? That's a healthy backtrack. Like, you know what Grice's razor is?
Nah, I don't.
Grice's razor is the content of the words I displayed isn't taken at higher value than the actual intent. That wasn't my actual intent. I just came to the realization. I didn't mean to say that.
I mean, nah, you reiterated it multiple times.
I did not reiterate it multiple times.
Nah, okay, you repeated it. Like, okay, I asked you.
When did I repeat
times.
It?
I can grab some like witness testimonies or something.
Witness testaments? That doesn't make sense, but okay.
Testimony.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, even if you grab
why not?
testimony, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I state it a trillion times. That's still not my actual intent. That's just semantic display. The content of what I said doesn't matter. You don't take the content of what I say. You take the
lying.
intent.
How do I know you're not telling the truth? I mean, like how do I know that you're telling the truth?
How do you know that I'm like telling the truth? Because I mean, we could assume in higher likelihood that I'd be telling the truth, more so the contrary. Because I'm literally the primary justification in what the fuck I'm saying and what my fucking intent is. Because I'm myself. Like what?
Oh, you're wrong.
If I'm myself, I hold my consciousness. I know what I'm aware of, and I know what my intent is. So I'm the primary justification of what displays.
If you backtrack, that's an auto concession, bro.
That is not an auto concession. I don't know where you got that from, but that's some goon shit. Who thinks a backtrack is an auto concession?
No, my cousin told me. My cousin told me it's auto concession, bro. Come on,
bro. Okay. Nah.
In case, are you really gonna allow him to backtrack, bro?
That's a healthy backtrack. It's Grice's razor. Like the content of what I said does not matter if that's not my true intent. The content is based on my.
That's like applicable to anything. Isn't that like applicable to what we already established in the debate? We can like go back.
No, because you're intentionally arguing for Kaido being above Shanks.
How do you know that I'm intentionally arguing? Arguing that like. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't let you finish, my bad.
You established that before when we were choosing topic. You established that, bro.
Again, I could have been like drunk, bro. That would not have been my truthful
prove
intention.
You were drunk, or prove that you could have been drunk. Prove you could have been drunk. Why?
Because like I just drank mouthfuls, like yeah.
You just drink what?
That's why I didn't want to judge this shit, bro.
No, okay. See, I don't know why he's ratting. Like, what are you doing? There's no problem with backtrack. Okay, so see if you make a statement
wait. If you listen, I'll explain it to you. We were halfway onto the point. And then I send a scan, and then you like, and then you read the scan, and then like 5 minutes later, you like retract. Then you retract like the whole thing that led us to this point.
No. Okay, no.
We were halfway in. It doesn't make any sense. We were like halfway into.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Listen. Akainu, chill. Calm down. Listen, right? The content. Listen. No, the content of what you say is determined by the intent. So if you truly hold intent on what like you are saying, right, then a backtrack would inherently be wrong, right? But using Grice's razor, the content that I displayed isn't what my intent truly corresponds with, right?
Why is that?
And then that's a healthy backtrack. And I've already explained to you why in higher likelihood, and we'd assume truth value in what I'm saying. Huh?
You haven't.
Yes, I have. Okay, yo, King Case, did I or did I not explain how I'm the primary justification and what my intent is, hence the fact that I am myself?
Huh?
Did I or did I not say that I am the primary justification in what my intent is, hence the fact that I am literally myself?
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god. Okay, Himura, you paid attention to that, right? Anybody in the VC heard me say that I was the primary justification of myself.
You didn't hear you say anything, bro. Like you were silent. You were silent, bro. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, Himura heard it, and I'm pretty sure everybody heard it that wasn't paying. That was paying attention. So yeah, basically that's it for you. I've already gave in. Like you're being ignorant. Just because you didn't hear it doesn't mean I didn't claim it. That's the argument from ignorance.
There is not, bro.
Okay, so Akainu. So yep, it is possible for a creature and a human being to be the same thing, but like if we're gonna make the claim that a human and a creature are the same thing, that violates the law of non-contradiction. So I don't think they can be the same thing.
I'm not arguing that. That's a complete straw man. I'm saying
that's
that
we
already established it is. I'm not arguing that a creature and a human is the same thing. I'm not arguing that.
Oh, you're arguing it could be the same thing. My bad. I'll retract.
No, I'm saying that a human can be a creature.
That's what I just said.
No, you said
no. I reiterated that.
There's a difference. A human and a creature are two distinct things. We already established that. Now, a human can be a creature alongside as well, like alongside being a human as well. I don't get what you're saying.
Listen, no, I know. I said that you're making a claim, but then I retracted that and said no. You were arguing for it being possible. My bad. And then you literally gave a reiteration and said I was wrong. How does that make fucking sense? But anyways, that's pointless. You don't have to argue about that. We know what you're arguing. Okay.
What?
So I don't
Okay, so
care.
it's possible. It's possible. Wait, so
Yeah,
it's
okay.
possible for a human to
I'm
be
not even gonna retract that it's possible because then you lose your mind that I'm backtracking again. We could just say that, yeah, sure, it's possible, but it's in lower likelihood. It wouldn't be in any higher likelihood, so we can assume a truth value in it. Or
then I'll just establish that Shanks is both a creature and a human. Through
you're claiming that right now. Are you claiming?
We were on this. When we on this, like it's running in circles. Bro. I don't get it.
No, you were arguing it for it possibly being the case, but now are you making the claim? You just made a claim, right? Now I don't want to strawman you, so are you gonna like argue for it being true?
Yeah, I'm claiming that Shanks is both a creature and a human.
Okay, that's wrong. Do you know what the law of non-contradiction is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, law of non-contradiction is when a proposition can be both true and false at the same time, right? It has to be either one, or else they'll violate it. Right? So let's say if I make the claim,
why do you hold the vote to be true? I'm good.
What?
Go ahead.
Did you just ask me why the law of non-contradiction was true?
Nah, yeah. Why is it true? I don't get it.
Do you know what the 3 laws of thought are?
Nah, I don't
They
know.
define logic. Like they are the necessary principles that we rely on in assuming truth value in anything. You know that, right? You do you even know what the 3 laws of thought are? Can you name them for me?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, so it's the law of non-contradiction, the law of excluded middle, and the law of identity. They're all correspondent, and they're necessary entities and principles that literally we rely on to assume truth value in anything. Without the law of non-contradictions, we would literally, we wouldn't even be in this debate. We wouldn't understand each other. We wouldn't understand or assume anything to be the case. We would just be like blatantly mindless souls that just are floating, not knowing anything. Like we just be reading.
Why is that? Well, why is that?
Why is that? I just explained to you what the law of non-contradiction does, and if like that is an absence, if there's an absence in the law of non-contradiction, then we just be like, okay, why would we hold a consciousness and understand anything and assume something to be true via deduction, induction, and like etc? Like, why would we do that if we don't hold the 3 laws of thought? You didn't even know what the 3 laws of thought were, so why?
You haven't even explained the 3 laws of thought. Like I don't know what you mean. Like you haven't even explained them. We're good.
You said what?
I mean, you haven't even explained them.
I did. I said, oh, you want me to explain the definitions? Okay, sure. I already gave you the definition of law of non-contradiction. And the law of excluded middle would be basically pretty much the same thing. Essentially, it'd just be that P cannot be the negation. Like P stands for proposition. We just say the proposition can't be the negation and be the proposition at the same time. It could be one the proposition or be the negation. It can't be both. It has to be one, or else they'll violate the law, which can't violate the laws, right? And then the law of identity would essentially be also correspondent. It'd just be that P, right? It just be that it states that. How do I explain this in basic terms? Law of identity is kind of confusing to like somebody that doesn't really. Okay, so I just say law of identity is essentially the same thing. Like it's basically the same thing as the others. It's like where if you identify as this one thing, you can't identify as something opposite. You have one identification, and identification is within itself. That's pretty much it. All right, so you got them now?
Could you repeat that? I couldn't really hear you, bro.
I said you identify as a singular thing, and you don't identify as another thing, right? Like in like higher truth, right? And then that identification is identified within itself. That's essentially what it is, not within something else.
Like why are they held to be true? I don't get it.
They're necessary entities and principles in the assumption of logic and truth value. I've established this. This is the 3rd time I had to repeat myself. And I explained to you, without them, then we would be mindless souls that are just walking in, like, we wouldn't even know how to assume logic. Like we literally wouldn't. They define our existence. They define everything that we think of.
So, like, before them?
No, there is no before them. If they're necessary, then they're eternal. Do you know what eternal is?
Nah, it's on like the game.
Eternal never has a start. Eternal is something that's always been there. So the 3 laws of thought has always been there. They never they were existing prior to the universe's creation. They were, etc. They were just always there.
The abstract laws.
Exactly. They were just always there. They never had a beginning, and they're necessary. If something is necessary, then it's eternal. And if something is eternal, it's everlasting. It never has a beginning. Never had a beginning. My bad.
It's like, are you
No, I'm
saying that?
saying if the proposition is that Shanks is a human being with which we established, and a human being is distinct to a what's it called? A freaking creature, then you cannot make the claim, right, that Shanks is both a human and a creature. That violate the law of non-contradiction. That's literally that's wrong. That's wrong in every single way, and that violates the law of identity.
Okay, why
No,
would
it
it violate?
violates
Why would
all
it
three
violate?
laws, bro.
Why would it violate the law of the non-competition principle?
Oh my god, I just explained to you why. Okay, so
You
if the
haven't. I mean, you just
I
like you
literally
keep
did.
saying it,
Okay, I'll explain it again. It doesn't matter, bro. Okay, listen.
bro.
All right, so basically, one, you know what a proposition is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now let's write the proposition. Shanks is a human being, right? I'm typing this in chat, by the way. Shanks is a human being. That's one proposition. Shanks is a creature, right? That's another proposition. Is also, wait, do you understand prop logic, if anything? Okay, so I'll just say, do you know what a compound proposition is? Hello, Akainu?
Nah.
Okay, a compound proposition is two propositions. It's basically like a conjunction. It's just two conjuncts combined. So it would be like one, it's two propositions, or it could be more, but like for this example, it'd be two propositions. So it'd be like one, Shanks is a human being, and Shanks is also a creature, right? If we've established the definition of what's it called? Creature, and that's distinct to human being, then it can't be both. And a compound proposition or in prop logic, both of the premises have to be true in order to guarantee a valid conclusion. So if both of these propositions, they would be the premises, one of them is false, then that deems the entirety of the proposition as false. It can never be right. So if Shanks is not a creature because it's distinct from a human being, and we know he's a human being and hold that premise, then the other premise would be wrong. So we cannot guarantee a valid conclusion. So that makes the entirety of the proposition you're asserting false. I could explain in less complex terms if you want.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Jake, I'll just type this actually.
Bro, can we just go into conclusions or some shit, bro?
All right, read that out loud for me.
Jonathan has a red coat. No, I mean Jake has a red coat.
No.
Oh yeah. I read it.
Yeah. Jake has a red coat, and Jake also has stolen a Jeep. If Jake does indeed have a red coat, that makes that premise, that one conjunct, aka that one proposition, one set of it, true, right? So let's take a look at the other one. It says Jake also has stolen a Jeep. Let's say, for example, Jake has never stolen a Jeep in his life. So that deems that proposition right there, that conjunct, as false. So since it's false, that deems the entirety of the proposition as false. That's what I'm saying.
No, I disagree.
Why do you disagree? I could explain it in numerical.
I'm just gonna draw the point. I'm just gonna draw the point of Shanks being the creature.
You're gonna what?
Okay, I'll drop Kaido's title of him being like from the creature.
All right, you concede the point.
Yeah, he just said he did. Yeah, he said he did.
Yeah.
Okay. So why is Kaido above Shanks? Do you have any other arguments, or you just want to concede? It's fine to concede. It's nothing bad. Relax.
Nah, I'm not gonna concede.
Fucking Sakazuki and Akainu, bro. These two niggas.
But Sakazuki's dog shit. I want the whole server to watch me literally beat the dog shit out of him again, so like people can vouch that he never beat me. He's such a liar, bro. He's so bad. Oh my god. If anybody thinks Sakazuki's better than me, they're just retarded, or even close.
Shankstar thought you guys were on the same level. He put you guys.
Yeah, but Shankstar is like, I don't know why he believes him. Like so many people believe Sakazuki, but don't believe me for some odd reason.
I don't fucking know why you're on the same tier.
I know. It's like Sakazuki fucking sucks. He's the worst debater I've ever seen in my life. It took him 40 minutes to understand like 3 sentences.
You're gonna agree on a burden of rejoinder?
No, I don't think a burden of rejoinder like matters.
Why not?
Because like let's just say for some instance, like something happens and you cannot display argument or like, my bad, support to the argument you're making. And I mean, no, actually, let me say that a burden of rejoinder doesn't entail that you lost whatsoever. It's retarded. It makes no sense at all. Just because you didn't fulfill the time that you are restricted to does not entail that your argument is flawed. That's so dumb.
Nobody said it until the argument is flawed.
What you say?
It just means that your ability to display your argument is flawed.
Then that's an argument from ignorance. You're saying just because I didn't qualify for the time that I had in supporting my argument, so then there's an absence in support to the argument I made, then therefore the argument is false. That's the argument from ignorance.
You're so money.
That's not a straw man. That's what you're implying.
No, that is straw man because you're like that's
not what you imply.
No, that's not why I imply. That's not why I
would make the argument false. If just because I didn't send support to the argument,
then the argument doesn't necessarily have to be false. It just means your ability to display the argument is flawed.
My ability to display my argument is wrong. That doesn't even make sense. You can't have.
You're dumb.
Flawed. That's the same thing.
No, there's different. It's different.
Flawed and wrong mean the same thing, bro.
Let's look.
What?
Now they do.
I don't know why they're arguing random points, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. Like, why do you even no point in disagreeing with that. Akainu, relax. Now listen, right? Oh my God, burden of rejoinder. If you don't fulfill the time that you're restricted to, it doesn't make the ability of you. What the hell does that even mean? The ability of you sending a scan. What the fuck? How does that make it wrong? That doesn't make it wrong. That just means there's an absence of it. What?
Flawed, like what does flawed mean? Like weakness, like that's a
flawed
weakness.
means wrong. Akainu, this point is retarded. What do you even need a rejoinder for?
Like just in case, you know.
No, there's nothing in just in case. You're just trying to like it's fine. That you're just trying to use that as like some win condition if somehow I need to send a scan. You know it's pointless because like I don't need to send a scan. I'm taking the agnostic position. I'm not even arguing for Shanks. I asked you specifically, who do you have on Kaido versus Shanks? And you explicitly state you have Kaido. I never said that I had Shanks. I just disagreed.
I thought, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, so there's no point of a rejoiner. I don't need to send any scans, so we could just dismiss that. So are you going to concede now, or like you want to like keep dragging this debate?
No, I have multiple arguments for Kaido I can present.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
Hours.
Oh my God.
That niggas have multiple arguments.
Like, are you aware of like Kaido's titles from World Speaker?
What?
Are you aware of like Kaido's title of like World Speaker?
No, you're not doing this. Oh my God, you're such a troll. What are you saying, bro?
Like, are you aware of it?
Yes, but that's not gonna help you.
All right. Like, okay, that's like, let me grab a definition real quick.
Oh my God, no, why are you doing this again, Akainu? Oh my God, yo, Sakazuki and Akainu are the same debaters, but Akainu is better to talk to, and Sakazuki's just brain dead.
Do you think they're relative? They did have like a 4-hour debate.
Bro, no, okay, I think Akainu beats up Sakazuki back. No, I don't know yet. No, I think Akainu's better than Sakazuki by a lot, but I just think that they debate like the same way. Like but Sakazuki's so much worse. Sakazuki sucks. He doesn't understand anything.
He copied me, bro. Okay, I'll be genuine. I'll be genuine. I'll use skating that I agree with. I'll use skating that I agree with. I'll argue like this old argument. Okay, so like, are you aware? Like, wait. So you know, like when Kaido, like, okay, you know when like Shanks stopped Kaido?
The scuffle.
Yeah.
I'm not in this debate. Let me mute myself.
That's undeterminable.
What do you mean?
Send a scan and then we can establish why it's undeterminable.
What do you mean, like undeterminable? I'm just asking you if you're aware of it. Like,
yeah, I'm saying like, yeah, I know of the statement. I'm just saying it's undeterminable whether or not they had a one-on-one scuffle. If that's what you're trying to argue.
Oh no, I'm not arguing.
Okay, so then just send a scan.
Okay, so like, I understand. So like they were like actively opposed, you know?
Huh?
So like they were actively opposed, right? They were in opposition to each other.
Let me see. It's a red-haired pirates. The scuffle with another of the four emperors, Kaido was only yesterday. Yeah.
So, like
What, what, what,
the redhead pirates, including Shanks, were in opposition to Kaido, right?
Hey, can you put your hands because
no, it can be Kaido and his crew. I don't think
Yeah.
you can argue for it just being Kaido alone.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that they were in opposition, right?
Okay.
I mean,
in opposition. I mean, well, I mean, it depends what you define as a scuffle. What do you define as a scuffle to be?
well, okay, we can let's go over like the whole reason why they like went over each other anyway. So like Shanks wanted to stop Kaido from going to Marineford. Kaido wanted to go to Marineford. So like those two goals within themselves like opposing each other, right?
I'm not aware.
What do you mean?
If that was the goals, then like, I'm just asking you.
They are in opposition,
Are you
right?
saying a scuffle is inherently them engaging in combat? Just
I'm
answer
not.
me.
I'm not even saying opposition in like relation to combat. I'm saying opposition overall. Like they would have had like
If opposition has then they just came towards each other. Then yeah, if they ran into each other, sure. That's
like
fine.
Okay. Shall we define enemy?
What you said?
I'll just send you like a definition for enemy.
Enemy?
Well, yeah, I'll give like the whole definition.
Okay.
Wait, do I have Kaido or do I have Luffy?
What?
Do I have Kaido?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Messed up.
Also, yeah, I got soccer practice in like 30 minutes, bro. So we need to make this quick.
All right. I don't mind.
I shouldn't have said soccer, football.
So like, all right. So like, are they in opposition? Like, so are they enemies? Like, based on this.
A person who is actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. Nope, I wouldn't say that that's applicable whatsoever.
Why not?
Because the denotation quite literally states that a person who is actively opposed, and I think if we only hold one scenario that we could determine that they've been opposed within each other and their crews, right? Then we can't deem the fact that they're actively opposing each other throughout the entirety of the verse. We only have one.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that they were. They are like currently enemies. I'm saying that in that instance they were like actively opposed to each other, like thus like they were enemies, right? In that specific instance.
No. I know what you're saying. I'm not even saying right now, but that's not what actively means. Like actively means how do I explain? It refers to like a multiple sequence of events where they oppose each other. They're like truly like a rival enemy, stuff like that. It doesn't refer to like them being like at that moment actively opposed. Obviously, they're actively opposed in that moment, but when it's saying actively, it's referring to like on multiple varieties of instances.
No. It's like actively should mean what do you call it? Actively should just mean currently. Would it not?
Yeah, it can mean, but for the definition of enemy, it doesn't entail that at all. The content does not entail that.
I mean, no. Why wouldn't it? Because like we can. Okay, so why would it entail? Why would it entail consistently?
Why would it entail consistently? Okay, listen, we could just get so many different definitions. Listen, I'll just look. Where's this definition? What the hell? The hell does that mean? Okay. Hold on, let me get this definition before we start. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. Are you still here, Akainu? Okay. All right. So, hold on, let me. So, oh, that's funny. Okay. So, would you like agree that enemy and rival are synonymous? No. Why not?
I mean, I haven't really given justification for it. I'm just saying. I mean, I have my own like disagreements with it anyway. Because like,
I'm just saying, like, okay, listen. So we hold multiple
I
synonymous.
really
We hold multiple synonyms for the word enemy, and majority of them are just antagonistic and rivalry. That's what the content entails. And when it deems actively opposed, it's not referring to, like, it can mean, right? I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it can mean they're actively, like, as in that momentary instance that they are actively opposed, but it more so refers, and like, the synonyms just add on. They bring more to the table for what I'm arguing, because they just add on to the factor that, like, it would be actively as in multiple sequence of instances.
the synonyms.
They
Like,
represent anecdotals, essentially. Like, they're like sub-anecdotals.
I know. I get what you're saying, but the synonyms like would be more so in my favor, would they not?
No, because the
Things
synonyms
like
just
the other
represent
side,
No,
the other side, the opposing side, opposite the competition, adversary, opponent. Like that's like more, you know.
What?
You're arguing that.
Do you know?
That,
Wait,
like,
no. Wait. Do you know what an opponent means?
opponent?
Opponent is someone who competes against or fights another in a contest, game, or argument. A rival or adversary. My bad. What the hell? Adversary. Adversary. I don't know why I mispronounced it. But essentially, yeah. No, all the synonyms, or majority of the synonyms, literally represent antagonistic behavior and rivalry. Like, that's what they represent. So it just they represent sub-anecdotals that, like, bring more to the table on my side. They favor my argument and my position more so yours.
I get like what you're saying, but then how do they? You haven't explained.
Okay, we could just look at a bunch of the definitions, man. Okay. So,
good.
foe, the first synonym, foe, right? It says an enemy or an opponent. We go to opponent. Opponent, I already read that out for you. It represents rivalry or advisory, right?
No, wait.
Adversary.
No, opponent represents someone who competes with someone.
Opponent does not represent that. I just read you the definition of opponent, bro.
Someone who competes with or opposes another in contest, game, or argument. Yeah.
A rival or adversary. Why are you, like, missing that part out?
Oh, okay. Let me take a screenshot. Because unless like
don't crop the screenshot. Akainu.
It's gonna be a complete screenshot, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. But oh my god, how's it 1:43 p.m. already, bro?
I sent it in general.
Okay, let me look. That is very strange. Hold on, here. I'll send you what it shows for me. Look, this is what it says for me. But it doesn't even matter, because your own definition says that someone who competes with or opposes. That's not on just one instance where they're actively doing that. If they're consistently competing against each other, or if they're competing, they're doing it consistently. My bad. I like flop that word. So then, yeah, that definition still favors my position, not yours.
So like opposes, that's like, I mean, competes with or opposes another, or both can be applied in singular contexts, you know. Like they can be in like a singular context. I don't know.
Yeah, they can, but I'm saying that's not what they're referring to. Like,
Why? Or like, tell me what that exactly what they're referring to. I hate definitions.
oh, sorry. A content. Okay. I don't know why he's saying that.
I mean, we could like just grab multiple different definitions from multiple different sources, can we?
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, that's just I don't know why Oxford is being like that, but here we could just I don't know why we're just taking this the long way and the harder way by just establishing every synonym and whether or not it represents sub anecdotals to my favor or to my position, more so yours. But are you familiar with colloquialism? What? See, I don't feel like taking the long way, so I'm gonna just say this. Wait, by the way, I didn't hear you. Are you familiar with colloquialism? Okay, so colloquialism is just basically, we could say, made up definitions.
Okay.
Definitions that are made up, but not made up basically. They actually have reason, right? So if I'm saying, yeah, I could just say that. What's it called?
Oh, okay, like different words have different
Okay,
meanings.
no. I'm just saying. Do you know what a slang is? Like, yeah, a slang.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna just say my colloquial definition for the word what's it called? What's the word? Enemy would just mean a rivalry on multiple instances. That's what I define it as.
What supports them?
What supports that?
Yeah, you said they wouldn't be baseless.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's just the synonyms, the sub-anecdotals, and the higher likelihood in familiar fiction settings would like that.
Nah, because now like,
God,
so
I
are you
use the word
claiming
higher
that?
likelihood way too much, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Are you claiming like by virtue of the synonyms that like your like definition of enemy would be like?
I'm saying, yeah, okay, let me just explain the fictional setting part, because we see majority, or not majority, let me retract that. I'm saying, like, it's very familiar in fiction when, like, we see somebody deem another as their enemy. It's on multiple instances regarding, for them to regard them as an enemy, and then they scuffle a lot of times. Like, a lot of times. It's on several occasions, more so just one occasion, right? So if you're actively opposing somebody, as like an enemy, it's referring to multiple instances in higher likelihood. Then it would be referring to a singular moment. But yes, it can still be applicable to a singular moment.
Okay, so you said like the whole thing about enemies is that
the what?
I completely should, and the thing about the enemy part is like, why would that like the fictional part? Why would that like be applicable to One Piece? I don't actually understand.
Oh no, it's just basically the argument I was using like before. It doesn't have to be applicable to One Piece. If it's just in higher likelihood in fiction, then it would be more likely to be the case for One Piece than not, since One Piece is fiction.
Not like in reference to the fictional UX.
I'm not saying it's applicable to One Piece. I'm just saying it's more likely to be the case for One Piece than not be the case.
But then, okay, so the fiction that you're referring to is like fiction that you've only like fiction that you're only aware of, right?
Yeah.
So like if I'm aware of like more fictional like more pieces of fiction that
Okay.
that
Listen,
define
so
enemy
I'm
as
aware of a One Piece enemy structure, right? And a One Piece enemy sequence. So you know the Yonkos and the Admirals. That's an enemy sequence. We know Luffy versus Kaido, that's an enemy sequence. Luffy versus Big Mom, that's an enemy sequence. Luffy versus Katakuri, no, that's not an enemy sequence. My bad, let me sure that. Luffy versus a bunch of characters, honestly. And then, like at that moment, like let's say like when he enters Skypiea, there was like Luffy versus NL, that was like an enemy instance because they like clashed on multiple occasions and opposed each other. etc. Stuff like that, But I'm saying, like, like when it's referring to actively in a singular sense, that would be in a lower likelihood because that's all enemies. Nobody really like. Okay, so for example, Akainu, if you went and just completely like we fought one time and then you beat the dog shit out of me and I got really like pressed and I got mad and all that, I wouldn't deem you as my enemy. I would just deem you as somebody that has my eyes on, somebody that I want to beat the like hell out of, to like revenge on you, right? But if you beat me like multiple, like we oppose each other multiple times and you like beat me up badly and like you do just awful and bad things to me, right? Then I deem you as my enemy. It's just like nobody really like deems each other as an enemy for a singular instance. That's really rare, and hence why I'm saying it's a lower likelihood, especially in a fictional setting, bro. So it'd be a higher likelihood for fiction. So we could just say it's a higher likelihood to be the case in One Piece than not be the case, because we've seen enemy sequences like that on multiple instances, bro. So we could just assume that to be a higher likelihood. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, what if that like be contradicted by like phrases like natural enemy? That connote that two sides are fated like okay, let's say I'm born to become a rapist and you're born to like be the man that stops all rapists. Naturally, like aren't we enemies by virtue of like our conflicting goals? Like we'd be by nature we'd be enemies, right? That's like the term natural enemy.
No, that's not the case.
Let me pull up the definition of natural enemy if you want.
No, hold on. No, that would be like, okay, that was a weird analogy, but like that would just represent the fact that we were born to or like destined to be oppositions, although we are not oppositions. Hence the fact that we've never even opposed each other.
Wait. Oppositions by virtue of opposing goals. That's essentially what a natural enemy is. Is that not? Like and a one piece example of that is like Luffy and NL. But like possibly.
Okay, no.
Actually, no, Luffy, not Luffy and NL. That's a bad.
Opposition is resistance or dissent expressed in action or an argument. I don't know what definition you just got up. You must have got like some freaking random source definition or something like.
Wait, what definition of what? I don't really hear you.
The definition for opposition would be resistance or dissent expressed in an action or argument.
Opposite. Let me find the definition of opposition.
And it's antagonism. Do you know what an antagonistic action is?
Resistance or dissent expressed in action or argument. That's the opposition, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could assume so if we establish that definition, sure.
I don't mind.
Okay, sure. So, like, that does not favor your argument whatsoever. I think you just created some random definition out of nowhere. But
opposition, no, like opposition, like not opponent, right?
What you say?
Opposition, yeah. I don't mind doing that.
Shit gonna take, bro.
I know, bro. Akainu, come on, man. Like, okay, listen. I've explained to you. So, you want to go into conclusions?
Bro, wait. Nah, I don't want to go on to conclusions.
Okay, so then I'll just explain one last time. Is that fine?
All right, explain. Yeah, go ahead, explain.
Okay, so since the content of the definition, right? Or, no, yeah, would just entail an active opposition, right? Towards another. And we established that. I'm explaining to you it's very familiar in a fictional setting, that being in a higher likelihood for a character to deem another as a enemy if they clash or interact on multiple instances where harm is done or like just stuff doesn't favor each other, right? Or favors one. I'm not like it's very rare, hence why I'm saying it's a lower likelihood for somebody to deem another as an enemy if they've only opposed each other one time. And like I've given an analogy. Let's say you beat the hell out of me, Akainu, like one time. I'm not going to deem you as my enemy. I'm just going to deem you as somebody that I have my eyes on, like to like seek revenge.
I'm saying that that'd be like contradicted, like by virtue of like people like Luffy and Kaido being enemies before they even like had their second fight. You know?
No. Okay, so listen, right? Kaido and Luffy were not enemies the very first time they opposed.
Okay, what about Kaido and Odin? Kaido and Odin, they only fought once and they're enemies.
No,
That,
no,
like,
no,
that,
no, no, no. They're not enemies. That's not what deems them
they know,
enemies.
no, it is explicit. It's explicitly stated that they are enemies. Not explicitly, but like it is like blatantly stated that Kaido and Odin were enemies. You know that, right? So that could just mean
Yeah, no.
wherever.
But you would have to prove that they state that right directly and explicitly in that first combat action or interaction, yeah, or right after, before and not like prior to another interaction, which you can never do. So I kind of this argument just sorely like
Wait. Repeat that.
you would have to prove one that like what's it called what's his name are not even their names. It's just like you'd have to prove that they were deemed rivals, right? Explicitly and directly at that exact instance where they oppose each other, the very first instance, or right after, prior to another
I
interaction.
wouldn't necessarily have to prove that. I'm saying that I'm just giving instances of characters only like clashing once, like on a singular occasion. Yeah, they are deemed as enemies.
Yeah, okay, that's I literally just said that, bro. So, anyways, go ahead and prove that if
Yeah.
there's even a scan to prove that. Go ahead and prove that.
All right, give me like 25, maybe 50.
What? 25 minutes?
No, I said
no, I'm done judging this shit.
I said
bro.
25, maybe 50. I'm just talking about minutes.
Oh,
25
seconds.
what?
25 like to 50.
Oh, my bad. I'm like completely in a different time zone.
Like seconds.
Shit is horrible. I'm done judging. I'm retired.
No, come on, King Case. No, just wait a little bit longer.
I'm gonna need somebody. I'm gonna have to get somebody else.
No,
Please
Sword,
stay.
no. Come on, King Case, just stay for like 20 more minutes, please.
Bruh.
The emergence of the strongest enemy since Odin Kuzuki made the hearts of the battle fanatics leap and their chests throb with excitement.
Fanatics. Battle fanatics.
Oh, that's fanatics.
Yeah.
How'd I pronounce it?
Battle fanatics.
Fanatics.
It's
Fanat-
fanatics. I thought it was fanatics.
Yeah, it's fanatic. Okay.
Okay. So the emergence of the strongest enemy since Odin Kuzuki. Okay, so that's okay. So that's referring to Kaido, right?
Yeah, like Kaido.
And this is something that's not directly stated through the manga. This is stated by Oda or some author, right?
Stay by Oda again.
Oh, it's stated by Oda?
Yeah, River calls the Red Oda.
Okay, see, yeah, you're not understanding. Just prove one point. This is just a destiny. Listen, I'm saying, yeah, listen, somebody can be deemed as an enemy just off of like interacting one time or opposing each other, right? On one sequence. If they are destined, like when you use the analogy, oh, you were born to be oppose this dude, and the other dude was born to oppose you, of course, right? Then that's a destination, or not a destination. What the fuck am I saying? A destiny. That means you're just born destined to be opposed by this singular being or this like.
How does that relate to this? In what way does it like relate to this though? I don't get it.
It does because Oda. Listen. If it was stated in the manga by like Oda, or I mean, no, like by Odin or freaking Kaido, they were like, "Oh, you are my enemy," something like that. Then I would be fine with it. I would let you get the point across. But I'm saying, since this was stated by Oda, the author that's literally omniscient in the entirety of the verse, and he literally makes the characters. He knows the destiny of the characters. He knows which characters are going to oppose which. He knows which are going to be enemies. He could just make the statement that is external to the manga or anime or etc. and just make the claim that they are enemies. Like that's very broad.
There's like a literal manga panel.
Yeah, I asked you for like evidence of that, and you have not.
Oh,
You
all
gave me
right.
You gave me
All
some
right.
random translation.
Like not like that. Like there's a manga panel that so you know how Vivid calls in reference to manga panels. Like they just like expand upon manga panels, right?
With regards, you said what?
very close, like expand on manga panels and like what's not like explain the manga panels. It's like they just expand on it.
They're just supplemental information. I say they just like literally give information that has not been like covered up in the anime or manga. Yeah, sure.
So like it's like
I don't think
relevant to the manga.
you saw what?
So it's information that's relevant to the manga, right? Or canon to the manga.
No.
Like,
Oh no, I mean I don't know about
bro,
that. I mean you'd have to prove that.
don't do it, bro. All right. We see that this translation is a reference to this panel. And like the like the strongest enemy they're referring to is Luffy himself. So like Luffy's strongest enemy since so Luffy's the strongest enemy since Odin. Right? Even though like they only had one specific
I can't read Chinese.
I'll just give you the translation. Oh wait. I'll give you a more clear scan like if you want to translate yourself. Well I guess I'll translate for you.
Repeat that.
I'll give you like a more clear one. Alright?
Okay, sure. Bro, come on, bro. Don't even argue translations. Yo, so are you recording?
No, me, no. I can't record. Oh, so we're recording? All right, cool.
Nope, that's a false translation. The very first letter for the translation doesn't match the one in the scan. Nah, I'm just I don't know. Hold on. The emergence of the strongest enemy since Odin and Kuzuki. Bro, did he not send that translation earlier, but it did not even include the emergence of the strongest? Oh, no, wait. Never mind. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's the same one. Okay. The emergence of the strongest enemy since Odin Kuzuki. Oh my god. Bro, I already explained this. Wait, you need to prove it with the manga scan, bro. Or at least you need to prove it relates to a manga scan. Bro, come on, man. Yo, Akainu, are you here? Bro, come on, man.
Hello?
Yeah. Bro, Akainu, come on. It's okay to concede, bro. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Like, I can acknowledge that. Why do you just sleep? Okay.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened, you guys couldn't hear me.
Akainu, can you just concede? Come on, it's okay to concede, bro. Come on.
I know it's okay for you to concede.
It's not, no, yeah, I know. Come on.
Alright, alright. Give me a minute. Real quick. Do you agree that like Kaido like is stronger than Shanks?
No.
Hello?
Why?
I mean, my bad. Do you agree that like Kaido is like more muscular than Shanks? I would just drop the point of
You what?
I would drop. Nah, actually, nah. I would.
Bro, come on. No,
Can
you're
you
gonna drop.
contend it? Can you just contend it, bro?
I did.
I said by virtue of having a singular clash, they're now enemies.
By virtue
I'm not
of
saying
by virtue of what?
having a singular clash, they're now enemies, bro.
No. You literally already said, bro, that you're gonna relate
Are
this
y'all
to
really gonna go
Among Us
back in
and-
circles around this, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, because this, I kind of already said that the translation is like it relates to a manga panel, and I've been asking.
And I sent the manga panel. I'll send it again. This is the manga panel.
That's not a fucking manga panel.
Okay, no, that like the Kaido hitting Luffy. That's a manga panel. You want me to grab that manga panel?
Yeah, but that does not like translate to the translation at all.
Ow.
Because I mean, we could get the scan right now. That literally talks about something completely separate. This is so
No,
rad.
it doesn't. How is it rad? Look, word for word. I can read Japanese, bro. What?
No, you can't.
I'll read it out. The emergence of the strongest enemy since Odin Kozuki made the
No,
hard
I'm just gonna get the scan in English, bro. I have it right here.
English. I mean, go ahead.
It literally says Divine Thunder. I don't know what the F, bro. The hell are you talking about?
Divine Thunder.
Divine Thunder after he punches.
Wait,
shit
where
out.
did he get that? Where did he get that? I think I know what you're talking about.
I got it from manga C.123. It's also
Bro,
on.
they're known for mistranslating like this scan, especially like this scan like
It's
retranslated by
on
multiple
any
people, bro.
manga panel, bro. Okay, it's even on the One Piece manga online.
Bro, no, bro. This scan's like been retranslated by multiple people, bro. Trust me, bro.
No,
It's been
bro.
retranslated. It's been retranslated by multiple people, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay, we can get King Case to translate it.
Okay, King Case,
what?
go ahead, translate it.
Translate what?
The manga panel I sent.
Here's this, and then he could also translate the manga panel that you sent, and let's see if it even translates to what you said.
Translate that, nigga. I don't even know. How to
No one's
translate
talking about the manga panel. I'm saying the text in the manga panel the text in the Vivid card is in reference to the manga panel. I thought you were talking about the Vivid card.
Oh, so you're talking about the translation with the fucking the emergence of the strongest enemy?
Yeah. Like, are you disagreeing with that? Wait. Are you disagreeing with
like
that?
that?
Wait, no. Wait. What's your name? Spade. Do you disagree with that?
I think that doesn't favor your argument, bro.
I'm saying Luffy and Kaido are enemies by virtue of a singular clash, evident through this statement.
Yeah,
Right?
and I'm saying no.
Why? What's your reasoning?
I've already explained the destiny and like the stuff like that. Okay, so can we just go to conclusions? Please, let's just go to conclusions.
Give me a minute.
Judge, push conclusions.
All right, let's get into conclusions.
What?
I said let's get into conclusions. Come on, nigga.
No.
Yes, he can push conclusions, bro.
Nah, wait, give me. Bro,
Now you guys
there's
are
no
just going
way.
back in circles. You guys are just going around in circles at this point, bro.
Exactly.
Bro, nah, man,
bro.
AirPods, bro. All right, give your conclusion, bro. All right, shall I give mine first?
Give your conclusion first. Yes.
All right. So I said that like by virtue of Kaido like having larger muscles than Shanks, he should be able to like exert more force, and then he never contended that. So like Shanks should be stronger than Kaido should be stronger than Shanks.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah, that's my conclusion, bro.
Okay. So basically, I explained to him how like, well, one, he said that it relates to a manga skin, and I send it, and then apparently he did send it because that's apparently a manga skin. And then I sent both manga skins, one the English and the like Japanese, and they don't even correspond with what he said. And then the translation you sent, King Case, doesn't even like translate to what he said. Number two, I already explained that doesn't even favor his argument, regardless. Hence the fact that it literally is just that statement is made, that statement is made by Oda. Oda is omniscient within the entirety of the One Piece verse. So let's say, like, for example, he says something like, if one is born to set this goal, and then the other is born to set this goal, and those goals oppose, they're born and to be oppositions, right? They're born in a duality, apparently. So I'm just saying that Oda literally, like, it's not, if it was like a manga scan that directly states on their instance, like Luffy or Kaido or Odin or Kaido, whatever, right? And one of them states that or deem each other as an enemy, then I'd accept that. But no, he didn't send anything that relates even to the slightest bit to what I just said, right? All it says is that yeah, this last sentence. Yeah, I was just gonna say that Oda knows about all these characters. He creates them. He knows all this. So then Oda, yeah, no, hold on, I'm not done. And then Oda just literally states, oh, he knows about all the characters. He's omniscient, so he just goes ahead and states like, oh yeah, Kaido and Luffy are enemies, even though they won't, like, even if they only went, even if that violates and that's distinct to the actual definition of what enemy relates, like to the majority of it. He could literally still claim that since he knows what's going to happen in the future. He's literally the author. But yeah, that's all I said. So yeah, I think I won via that. So go ahead and give your judgment, King.
You know, bro.
Bro, say the
so basically, Akainu win, I guess, because he said that Kaido has bigger muscles and he can exert more force. Therefore, he beat Shanks. And he didn't contend that once.
Bro, you're a troll, King K.
It's on recording.
That's what he said.
It's on recording. It's on recording, bro. It's on recording, bro.
No. That was a separate argument that we said we were going to address, but then we came back to this argument. So I know.
No, I said that my conclusion, bro. I said that my conclusion. What are you talking about?
You can't say that's your conclusion if we never established a dialect upon that.
Bro, this is part of the dialectic.
In case, literally, we've been arguing over the translation, and this dude randomly said, this dude randomly out of nowhere goes like, "Oh, you agree, Kaido is stronger."
The point on the translation goes to Spade because he didn't even address your He didn't even address the argument that you made about.
Yeah, because we literally said we were going to establish it because he started to argue the translation again. He just like basically didn't even argue the freaking Kaido muscle point. That was so.
So can we just do this? The point on the translation goes to you, and like, can we like go back on the recording to see was the Shanks dialect established?
No, forget about it. Waste time.
Did you want to argue the Kaido muscle point now, or do you just want to concede?
I want to argue like the muscle point.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Okay.
So translation, Spade is up 3-0. This is a domination, bro. I don't know.
All right. I mean, not really, because what's his name? He was beating me like 5-2, so I just rematched the same thing.
Why do you think that just bigger muscles, the content of bigger muscles entail that somebody's stronger than the other?
Right. So are you aware of like